Good morning, YouTube. Welcome to show day. It is currently 6:51 in the morning, and the time is here. We are doing our IFBB Pro debut in literally just a few hours. Literally. I gotta leave here probably at around 7:45-ish or so, because I gotta be at the venue and get my second coat of tan at 8:30, which is actually pretty ass now that I think about it. I'm gonna go get tan. I'll probably stay at the venue because it's a really far drive from me. And then me and Jay are just gonna continue to make adjustments just to get me as dry as humanly possible and get the best package we can bring. I did just do check-ins. We're holding on to a little bit more water as far as like, I still have some more to go. We just changed the plan because I peed a lot this morning. But then we just figured something out. We're already really dry. Like, I'm very dry today, but we're gonna try to push that extra edge. I am naturally somebody who holds a lot of water. So usually when I am depleting for a show or peeking into a show from past experiences, I tend to hold water to the very last minute. And then I remember my last show, I got water pulled for a while before the show. And it wasn't until probably about 20 minutes before I went on stage, like I peed my final time. And then when I peed that final time on top of taking that shot, I was like, holy shit, I just tried out so much. So I'm not really worried about it. We got plenty of time. When it comes to show day and you've been peaking, and especially if you've been peaking correctly, it is really easy to see how fast your physique changed in just a short amount of time, because your body's gotten so primed. So I'm not worried about it. I'm kind of just vibing. And I've seen how fast, like it literally over a course of an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, your whole physique can change, especially if you've been conditioned and peaked correctly. For breakfast this morning, we have 3 slices of sourdough, 1.5 banana, a muffin, 2 whole eggs, lightly salted, 6 ounces of water. Unfortunately, no clue why, I decided to cook 3 eggs because my mind is just not here. I'm pretty tired, by the way. I fell asleep around like 12 something, and then I had to wake up at 6:15. So Unc is pretty damn tired, I gotta be honest. So I'm probably gonna try to get some sleep when I'm at the venue, because even though I gotta get there at 8:30, I most likely won't be on stage today till probably like 11, 12-ish o'clock. So I got plenty of time to just relax and chill. Show days are sometimes the best, but the fucking longest days like you've ever had. I don't think that we are gonna be leaving for finals. We'll probably stay there the whole time, just because the venue is like an hour to 45-minute drive away, like every time. So it doesn't really make too much sense to me to only leave and then be here for an hour and then go back. And Jay's actually has a booth there for his clothing brand, Iron Society. So we are gonna most likely be there all day. So we'll get there at 8:30, I'll get there at 8:30, and then I won't be leaving till, shit, I think prejudging starts at like 3 or 4. I think those go pretty quick on the IFBB Pro, like at least stages, at least from what I've heard. And then I probably won't get back home till like 7 or 8. Black coffee, no Splenda, just for the love of the game. A little alcohol shot in this, waking my ass up for real. And I'm so serious too, having some fucking vodka in this shit right now. And keep in mind, gang, I've literally drank a handful of times a year, but something about being on prep just makes drinking very enjoyable, especially like in the last minutes. Like the last like stretch of prep. I don't know what it is, bro. Black coffee and some vodka mix, bro, you'll probably get so fucking dry. First meal of the day, we got I think we had 8 ounces of black coffee. We have 6 ounces of water. And we have for this breakfast, we have blueberry muffin, and then half a banana, 2 lightly salted eggs, and 3 pieces of sourdough. Looking really forward to this. This banana looks gas. I'll try to eat this quick. I'm not gonna talk too much while I'm eating so I can get this food in. Also, be as calm as possible and just lock in, focus. So we're gonna eat this real quick, probably pose again with Jay. And yeah, I can start getting ready to head out. I actually got to pack. I haven't packed a single thing for today. Getting ready to leave for the venue now so I can go get my second half of tanning and make sure I can not have any stress. So I honestly rather just get there a little bit early and just kind of chill, vibe. I'm bringing my headphones to just kind of, you know, do my own thing since I'm going to be basically there all day. But I'd rather be there all day, be prepared, than, you know, stress and try to speed run so I can go get my second half to tan. So I'm still kind of waking up. I'm not really awake yet. We really don't have to have too much things. We got our muffins throughout the day and also my goat's sweetest fish that I haven't had in a very long time. A tradition. Alongside with the shot, they're a tradition. We made it to the venue. I'm, as always, a few minutes late. It's just, bro, Jay lives so fucking far from this place. Like every time like somebody asks him how far it is, he's like, it's like probably like a 45-minute drive. Gang, it took me an hour and 5 minutes to get here, bro. And I left like, I think I left at like before 7:50. So I left like 45, 50 minutes before I had to go tan. You know, like that's like pretty good timing, bro. So I just can't, and the traffic here is low-key insane, especially in the tolls, because if I didn't take tolls, that'd have been almost an hour and a half. So I said, fuck that. And I got my shit through Turo, so I don't know how that shit gonna work out, but we'll figure that shit out when it's time. It's the driest we've been yet.
I know. Get like a most muscular. Just for the content. A little appetite, like hands up. Show the ass.
I'm currently sitting here with Jay. I just ate a muffin top, so a little bit of a muffin. I got my board shorts on, my number on. I'm ready to go. It is 10 o'clock right now, so I probably won't be on stage for possibly another like hour and a half or so. They are flying through this pretty quickly, but there's 2 more divisions before me before I go up for men's physique, and I'm the first person to go up on men's physique, so that's a little nerve-wracking, I gotta be honest. And they have this center circle that you have to walk to. That shit's low-key a fucking troop of a hike. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with that whole walk. I'm used to walking in on the side. So what I'm gonna do is I walk in. I'm the first guy to walk out for group. We'll have a group of like 5, 6. Then we walk backstage and we go back into a circle, and then we do our individuals. And I'll be the first one to do the individual. So I don't know if I just like do my pose in the middle at like the star, like show out, or I just walk straight out and get to it, straight business.
Is he holding in the back?
Yeah, you know, I was really impressed with Ishmael's conditioning front to back. You know, he's hard as nails.
Ishmael always brings in, he's got a full physique.
Bro.
He's really full. Look at this.
Very good shape and structure there. You know, want to see him a little bit drier through the core, but he looks impressive. Let's see
this is pro debut.
Pro debut,
Yeah.
nice.
It's interesting when these guys walk out alone. You know, they look really impressive, and I remember seeing him in the lineup when he came out, and he's a lot smaller than some of these other guys.
Yeah, I can see that, Dave. I can see
especially
that.
from behind, you know.
Hey, but by itself, he looks really good. You know, he's got good balance. The legs are filling out the shorts.
But it's
That's
weird.
a really good look.
Prejudging is done. I got done a little bit of a minute ago, and I'm currently sitting in a car eating my meal. So, not the best news. I didn't do well at all. I just watched the stream, so shout out to y'all sending me the stream. 2 things. One,
The commentator said I was very small compared to everybody else, which is very true. I definitely need to gain more mass, which I kind of already knew. I weighed in yesterday at like 206, and that was after eating meals. So I'm probably like, give or take 201, 202. Another one, I need to be drier. I kind of told Jay that I don't feel as dry as I was this morning when I first got here. Like, I didn't feel like I was sweating a lot, because obviously I was a little nervous, but I still went up there and kind of just turned my brain off. And I watched my individual posing routine. I was spot on. I could have done a little bit better, but I could tell by my waist that I was holding on to water, because even when I was having my men's physique pose with my one hand on, I felt softer on the side. And my waist, so I hold all my water in my torso. My chest is always usually really dry. My delts and arms always really dry. My legs are really, really dry. And my torso is what holds most of my water region. And I looked at the video, my waist doesn't look as tight and as small. That's the hard thing about my physique, because when I'm on, my waist and shape really stands out. My shape was still pretty good, but the difference from check-ins this morning and even the video y'all seen, my waist doesn't look as small. My shoulder to waist ratio didn't look as good. So I kind of already knew that. Like, I don't know. I was just like looking around, and I was looking at myself, and I was like, I feel like I could be so much drier. Like, I feel like I could lose like another 3-4 pounds. So we didn't do well at all. I kind of knew I wasn't going to get first call outs. There's like 5-6 Olympians here. Like, these guys are, there's a big difference. There's a big difference, especially my back. My back was not good. My back was not good. I was definitely like hanging. So I didn't place, unfortunately. Stacked ass show, but that's no excuse, gang. I gotta be honest. I knew this was gonna be a stacked show, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to do this show. I thought I could place top 10, top 12. I didn't, unfortunately. This is the worst loss. This is actually my first time like really losing this bad, to be honest. It's my third show. And I will say I'm a little upset about not being as dry, because I felt like yesterday I was really dry. Like, I was dry. And I was pretty dry today. And then, I don't know, after, maybe I should have drank a little bit more water, or I don't know. I feel like I just wasn't that dry, like, at all, honestly. I looked solid, but definitely not my best package that I could have brought, which is really discouraging, because fuck, bro, when I seen first call outs go out, I was like, I mean, yeah, like, that's pretty obvious. Like, I was expecting that. When second call outs were going, and like the numbers kept going and going and going, and mine didn't get called, and I was like, oh no, bro, like, no, nigga. Like, even the commentator was like, yeah, like, I saw him back there and he's a lot smaller than everybody else. I was like, fuck. I didn't know it was that bad, because like Jay was like, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, bro, like, you are a lot smaller compared to everybody else. And I'm like, no, like, it's not that bad. And then I looked at the videos, and I was like, is that bad? Like, is that bad? I'm not full in the mic. Like, the difference between my delts and my arms today is not, like, there's a huge difference compared to yesterday. And honestly, I felt like I was drier and fuller yesterday. Like, I felt like my package yesterday was a lot better. So I told Jay, he said, heard. We have finals in about 3.5 hours or so. So I probably won't go on stage again for like another 4 to 5. I don't even think I go up there and pose. I think I just sit on the side. So we got worked, but gang, does it suck? Yes, it does. Is it kind of understandable as far as like we kind of knew what we was getting into? Yes. Did I think I was gonna do that bad? No, I didn't. I was pretty confident I was gonna at least get second call outs. I would have been really happy with second call outs. So to not get second call outs, definitely sucks. I don't care how stacked the show is. I don't care. I didn't give a fuck. So I wanted at least top 10, top 12, and we didn't get that, unfortunately. I did get moved to the middle, and then I got moved. My back was just so far behind, but I've been telling y'all this the whole series, that my back is so far. So a part of me especially when I actually go ask the judges for feedback, wants to be like, what's even the point of finishing the prep? Because like, obviously I'm just way too small. But then a part of me is also like, I've had my mind set on that prep after this one for the Battle of Bodies in Fort Lauderdale. And I feel it would be a waste to go up there and not see my true potential on how well I can do. And hopefully me and Jay will talk a little bit later and kind of see what we could have done better as far as like peaking. Because I'm telling y'all, like, I didn't feel nowhere near as dry and as hard than what I did this morning. When we posed this morning, I was really flat, but I was really dry. Like, I was really fucking dry, like really dry. And then, I don't know, it's like after I had like that Swedish fish and that muffin, and maybe I should have drank some water with that. I think that's where me and Jay should have, that we fucked up. Maybe I should have took a little bit of water. So that's really unfortunate, gang. Not a good feeling, especially because I know obviously I'm gonna get made fun of a little bit and shit like that. So niggas, like, people love beating you when you're down, right? Like, people love beating you when you're down. And a lot of niggas that do that shit, they ain't got a lot of shit going for them, right? You know what I'm saying? Especially for a nigga like me, bro. I just kind of just be minding my own business. Like, I just mind my own business. I just be chilling. I don't be trying to bother nobody. I don't really talk down on people. I don't give a fuck about what other nigga got going on. I'm just trying to be the best version of myself, have good people around me, post the videos I like to post, not try to be performative for the camera, and just be my normal self. And niggas still find a way, you know what I'm saying, to really not like me, which is understandable. You're not gonna, that was my issue when I was younger. Like, you're not gonna be liked by everybody, bro. You're not gonna be the best at shit. You're not gonna look the best. You're not gonna have the best personality. You might think you make the best content. People just don't fuck with you, right? It's just how it is. But, you know, I would say it's definitely a little bit of a defeating feeling knowing that I didn't get like nowhere near what I thought I could achieve. But it's also a defeating feeling watching myself on that live stream, knowing that there's so much more I could do as far as like my look. Like, I know my look and I know what I can bring. And unfortunately, I just didn't bring it. I didn't bring my fullest potential. And I was getting asked, like, are you going to come back for finals? Or, you know, you can really eat whatever you want. Because it really doesn't matter because you're not really going back on stage. And I thought about it, but I feel it would be such a fucking letdown and such a bad example for me to do that shit, but then sit up in here for however many weeks and I wouldn't say preach to y'all, but to get after it and keep telling y'all, you know what I'm saying? Always hold your head high. Take defeat, understand, learn from it. You know, if you gotta let that shit out, let it out. But then when I really, like, you know what I'm saying, get put through adversity once again, I pick the easy way out and I go out and I eat a burger and get a crumble cookie or whatever the fuck, and then I go fuck off for the, man, that's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. I thought about it. I'm gonna hold my head high. I'm gonna take that fucking loss like a man. That shit don't even sound right. My God, it would be a shame for me to do that shit, especially for some of y'all that's been watching me while you on your prep journey, and it would just be a shame. I'm not gonna do that. So I'm gonna show back up at finals with my head high, and regardless of where I sit, just watching these other niggas eat, and I'm just on the side being basically told that, you know what I'm saying, I wasn't good enough among the mix, and I'm a pose, and I'm a sit there, hold my motherfucking pose like I was in that top 5, okay? Like I was in that top 5. So that's what we gonna do. I'm pretty much, Jay asked me if I was going back to the crib, but I'm not trying to drive an hour and then drive an hour back. I really might just sit in here till like 4. I don't think I'll go on stage or do anything like that till about 4:30 or so. And then I know I'm definitely going out to eat tonight, which I definitely will do. But All right, gang. Yeah, we got. That's not what we wanted, but you know what? That's just how shit goes. You can work your ass off for 17, 18 weeks, and shit still won't go your way. You can work your ass off for years, and shit won't go your way. And I feel like that's what I'm kind of learning right now. These past 18 weeks is that, just defeat, start over. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna start the fuck over, and I'm gonna go back in at 110%. So I will say it's gonna be really hard to wake up tomorrow morning and know that I'm still on prep, because it's like, what's even the point? But I feel like not even owing that to y'all, but I feel like I owe it to myself as a man to stand on what I said and to push myself even further. I don't want to. I'm gonna be honest, I don't. I just want to wake up tomorrow morning and be done with all this shit. But then I know I'll regret that shit in a few weeks and look back and be like, wow, what if you brought your best package type shit? Because I'm tired, gang. I'm tired. I've been just non-stop back and forth. But you know what I'm saying? Fuck it, gang. We here. And we gonna keep it pushing regardless. So I'm gonna probably fall asleep in this car for a couple hours, and then I guess wait on this nigga Jay to tell me to eat some more, and then I guess go back out there and sit on the side and just be a jolly guy. I went back in the venue because I didn't bring any food, any meal prep. So I just ate some meal prep from a meal prep company. It was beef, rice, corn, and shit. But then Jay was like, hey, you can like eat whatever you want. I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. But then we looked at these cookies. Like, I don't know what these are. Cookies, donut, cinnamon roll things. And bro, they're protein, whatever the fuck these are. I would say protein cookies. And they're only 110, 120 calories each, 10 grams of protein. I got cinnamon bun, of course I did. And I have some banana pudding. So I'm not going back on stage. Jay said he thinks that I'm just gonna just be on the side and just pose. And I don't think I go and do an individual posing routine, because that'll be a lot. I think that would only be the top guys. So I think I'll be on the side, and then the top guys will go, probably repose, so they can pick the winner. And that is pretty much it. So I could really just not come back. Like I said, we're not doing that. Or I could just eat whatever I want, because it doesn't matter. I'm not doing that either. Jay said this is not gonna affect me at all, and I believe him. It probably would honestly make me look even tighter. We just looked in the mirror, and I was a little bit tighter today, or coming back in here than what I was. I was still pretty tight during the show, but we definitely agreed that, yeah, I could be a little bit dry. But the cinnamon bun, so fucking good. I might get more of these. I might get more of these, because I will eat these and not get like crumble or cinnamon roll. Like, this is good enough. Backstage again. We just found out I have to present again, which is fuck. We both were just low key just ready to get out of here and go eat. But I actually got a little bit drier. I ate a muffin. I'm like 2 or 3 muffins deep in the past like 2 hours, but it's made me a lot drier. I haven't drank too much water, but we have to go fix our tan and get ready. It's actually taking a while for them to go through everybody. So we think that everybody's like actually presenting themselves again. What, isn't Classic about to compete?
Classic's after you.
Because people are tanning right now.
Not Classic. Like Mo's and Classic, you sit down.
Me and Jay was just laughing because we're like, nigga, we ready to go. Like, we ain't doing shit. But Jay got some really good videos of me posing with people.
Motherfucker filming me sideways.
My fault, bro. Nigga, I'm tired. But we got some pretty good videos of me posing. I looked solid, bro.
Yeah, I don't. And this isn't just me saying this to make me seem better as a coach, but I don't know if there's anything that we could have done that would have like jumped you another call out or anything. Like, even if you were leaner, you probably would look smaller.
Yeah.
We would have been in the same situation that we're in. So
yeah, because at that point we're not even really leaning anything out of my core. We're just really it's on my back. So I don't know, maybe a little drier. Maybe
Yeah. In conditioning, could always be a little drier, maybe a little harder.
that could be also just be with drugs.
Yeah, there's other drugs we could have ran, other things we could have done. Been more aggressive with it, but we brought your best. I'm so not even in the fucking frame.
Oh, shit.
We brought his best. Looks fucking great. Stride across the chest, abs in on point. Abs never look like that. So, I mean, for taking however long off and decided 5 months ago, like, you know what, I want to be a pro again.
I just said, fuck it, why not? I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it would have been lore if I would at least made like top 10, top 12, but nigga, we got worked. We got worked. All right, gang. First post-show food of the day, other than my Swedish fish that I've been low-key going crazy on. All right, twins. First post-show meal. We chose kava. Probably the weirdest decision I've ever chose in my life as far as a post-show meal. But as of right now, I'm not really that hungry. But of course I want to eat because I want to take advantage of me having like my first free day in like 17, 18 weeks. But also, I don't want to eat anything too crazy because I'm going to eat again, obviously tonight, it's only 7. So we have double steak, actually I think triple steak, double chicken, some corn, some deli ranch, a little bit of cucumbers, and extra rice. I got like probably like 4.5 scoops just to get some of that extra carbs. I got the cucumbers just to look like, you know what I'm saying, nigga still locked in, because I don't give a fuck. I was like, I need to get some type of veggie. I feel like this is gonna taste amazing just because I actually have seasoning and sauce for the first time in a very long time. This is actually amazing. You know what? I'm really happy with this. I'm really happy with this. This actually tastes amazing. I have seasoning, I have some sauce. It's not too crazy, like as far as like me crashing out on like In-N-Out, which I thought about. And I might get that tonight, we'll see. And it tastes fresh, but it still has really good seasoning. And I know it's not gonna fuck my stomach up too bad. That's kind of like my main thing, because I'm already gonna have some cookies. I bought 1 cookie, and I don't want to fuck my stomach up too much and also hold on too much water retention, because I also have to fly back home in like a day and a half, 2 days. So I don't want to hold too much water and make myself really unhealthy. So this is actually an amazing choice. And the carbs I'm about to have from this, I'm probably going to feel absolutely amazing. I need to get a water because I've been low-key like a little cramping. Like in my calves, I was shaking really bad on stage for finals. I think I have a big electrolyte imbalance. I haven't really peed too much today and drank too much water today. I think I probably drank like maybe 6 ounces of water today, maybe 12, including breakfast, but I probably drank only 12 ounces of water today, I think. So I definitely need a lot more water because we're pretty dehydrated. And I think that's why I was shaking. I don't think we're severely dehydrated. I think more we're just lacking electrolytes, which is why I was shaking so bad and cramping. And I'm definitely gonna drink 1 or 2 hydrations before I go to sleep, just to make sure, you know, I can flush my system out and obviously, you know, hydrate myself for tomorrow, because tomorrow we are gonna go back on regular schedule as far as getting back on prep. Jay said I can have, like, if I wanna get like pancakes and shit like that, I can. I think I would honestly be pretty happy with just making my own breakfast and having a little bit of cream of rice and just having like a bigger, fuller, high carb breakfast. And then tomorrow morning, I'm gonna go to the gym, I'm gonna train, I'm gonna do my cardio, and then we're also gonna go get our steps in. So that just sounds like something I really wanna do, just to, like, you know, even though we wanna enjoy ourselves, we still have another show in 4 weeks. I will say morality is a little bit low as far as like wanting to push hard. But I got the judges' feedback, the head judge's feedback. They said more conditioning. So they want us to see us more conditioned, more tight. Jay's a little iffy on that one. He says he thinks it'd be more of like a peaking. So Jay said we'll talk about that a little bit later as far as like maybe things we'll do differently for this next show. I still would like to come in a little bit more conditioned. I would like to be maybe 2 pounds lighter. I think I can drop another body fat percentage. It's going to be really tough, but Jay said we're not going to have my food as low because we'll have more time. So that's really good. As long as my food's a little bit higher, if I got to do, go back to doing an hour and a half of cardio again, I will. I told him, I was like, let's just push my cardio up an hour, keep my steps at like 10 to 12K, and let's just get wicked. And he was like, let's talk about it later on tonight. So honestly, I want to enjoy myself tonight, not think about it too much, but I'm really excited to go back home and get back on plan. Really excited to go back home and get back on plan. And I want to be undeniable next show. Undeniable. Like, I want to be lights out shredded, like peeled. And whatever the amount of suffering I need to do, I'm okay with that. To my competitors out there, the worst part of competing and the worst part of show day is that fucking shower after show to scrub all this fucking tan off. And I don't know about y'all, it takes me like 2 to 3 showers to get all this bitch off. And I asked for it. I was like, hey, make me darker and glaze me the fuck up. All right, no homo. Pause. But I know this shit's gonna take me a smooth 30, 45 minutes to scrub all this shit off. Key tip though, I haven't heard anybody tell me to do this, but I thought this would be smart. Get an exfoliator or exfoliator. Get one of these little bitches. Now you wanna wash with like a wash rag or like a, you know what I'm saying, a loofah. Then get one of these after. I think it's gonna do the job. I've never done it before. But I feel like low-key, this is putting y'all on some real knowledge shit.
What is going on, twins? So we're having our first pro show kind of cheat meal, even though we just had some kava. So, bad news. I was so happy. I haven't eaten in hours. It's actually almost 12 o'clock. And I think we ate kava around like 7. And I specifically waited because I needed to find out what I wanted to eat, because I haven't had any cravings like that too crazy, other than like cinnamon rolls and shit. And I wasn't craving like crazy food. So I ordered a burger. My order was a 6 count of Buffalo Wild Wings, and then I got a smash burger with Cajun fries. And they sent me, of course, the wrong order. They sent me my wings, and I believe I have ranch. But they sent me, I guess, chicken or salmon pasta, whatever the fuck this is. So that's really annoying. So I don't think I'll be able to get them to resend it, but I guess they'll give me a refund. But still, that means I just like lost out from the actual meal that I wanted. So now I guess we have to eat this, which sucks. But we have our cookie that we bought today for show day. This is Reese's Cup. And then we have one of these things called the Heavy Bar. And this is peanut butter and jelly. So, and I'm having my second diet soda since April. Wasn't the original order I was supposed to get. And I think this is literally plastic sheet. I gotta be honest, this doesn't look as good as the burger, but this still does look pretty good. Pasta sounds pretty gas, but I think this is salmon. I don't want it to fuck up my digestion, but a burger sounded so much better, I gotta be honest. But, it is what it is. Fuck it. We're not winners, we're losers today. We can't pick. You gotta be take it or leave it. I gotta be honest, guys, it's pretty damn good. Making a mess. That shit is good as fuck, guys. I really wish I had that burger though. It's either gonna make me go to the bathroom when I feel a lot better, or it's just gonna really fuck me up. I haven't had like cheese, especially this much, in like 6 months, gang. It spiked my metabolism, so when we start pushing again, the progress I'm gonna make is so fast, it's gonna be insane. Fuck, these wings are good, boy. I think I can't finish the rest of this. I mean, Jay said it'll be great for carbs tomorrow, but I am fucking full. My stomach has shrank so much, and I've been eating so much food past 2 days, I can't eat all this. I'll eat the cookie now, but I'm so stuffed I don't even want it. But I know me in a week or two, so I'm like, you fucking idiot. Shit is mass off. This shit is really good. But I feel like I should have ate this before I got stuffed. After this cookie, I'm going to sleep.
and my stomach is gonna be killing me. I think I might be topping out. Is that peanut butter?
All right, twins, we are 1 day post-show, and yeah, man, not what we wanted, of course, but, you know, it's what we needed. And, you know, I've learned a lot, not only in this prep, but also in that show day. One, there's levels to this shit. Gang, I knew there was gonna be some heavy hitters there, but I got to see truly how far behind I actually am, which is my own bidding. You know, there's nobody's fault in that but mine. I can't expect to, which I didn't, I can't expect to, you know, not be on a stage for almost 4 years, not do an off season ever in my life, and not be on a diet plan and a training program since 2022, and honestly a cycle in general, that as well, and go onto a stage and compete against some of the top athletes in the world. I wasn't expecting too much. I didn't have too much expectations. I will say that leading up to show, my confidence was going really high, especially like how full I was getting, how dry I was getting. And I was like, I'm gonna go up there and fucking make a statement. And I did, but not, you know, I've said it in the like past videos, like, you know, sometimes it's not gonna be in the way that you want it to be, but it's gonna be in a way you need it to be. And it was exactly what I needed, as far as, one, I finally see my potential as where I can make it in the sport, but then also I see the work that I need to do more clearly to make it to that level. And it really opened my eyes, and I gotta be honest, this is probably the first time ever in bodybuilding where I actually have a fire lit. When I got my pro card, I had a fire lit, but I felt accomplished to the point where I was like, you know, now what? You know what I mean? Like, what, Olympia? Like, you know what I'm saying? So it felt so far-fetched, you know, getting your pro card so quickly after only doing 2 shows. Like, my 3rd show was yesterday, and my 3rd show ever in bodybuilding was in a pro show against multiple Olympians. I really didn't even compete against them, honestly, but it was, you know, and I was like, if not if not the youngest person on that stage. And some of the guys talked to me and they're like, yeah, like, how many shows have you done? I was like, oh, this is my 3rd one. They're like, this year? I was like, no, ever. And they were like, what? They're like, what the fuck? I was like, yeah, gang, I'm just, you know, just vibing, twin. Like, they were like, dude, they were laughing. There was some cool guys backstage. I would say I had my head hanging down a little bit low because I've never truly technically lost in bodybuilding before in my 2 shows. I won 4 overalls, like 4 classes, my first ever show. And then my 2nd show, I won my pro card. So going into my 3rd show after taking all those dubs, you know what I mean, to not even fucking being in the mix was, I wouldn't say a humbling experience. It was humbling, but it was also like, okay, like, this is not my best. I will say there was a part of me that I was like, I know I'm undersized. My back is very underdeveloped, but my shape is going to carry me. My shape is going to carry me. And in a sense, I was right. But, you know, maybe I underestimated very ignorantly of the hard work it takes to get to that level. And that is disrespectful of me to the guys that I've been doing this for, you know, some over a decade to get to that point where they are now. It was a great experience for me as far as learning about myself, my character, and I'm honestly really happy with how I feel about it. And honestly, it just makes me want to be better. Like, I've been watching my routine. I can't wait for them to release the photo so I can see how I looked, if I need to fix my posing, if I need to come in drier, and, you know, if I need to come in leaner. And, you know, it's like been on my mind literally every single 5 minutes since yesterday. Last night, I, you know, enjoyed myself. I had a nice little free meal. This morning, I literally just had like a really good breakfast. Jay's like, hey, if you want to go get like a real breakfast, like, go ahead, I don't mind. If you want to get a burger today, I don't mind. He's like, we got 4 weeks. I don't think you should get any leaner. Like, I'm perfectly fine with you doing that. I just had, you know, cream of rice, some eggs, some bacon, and some toast with jelly on it. Like, I have a fire lit. Knowing that I could enjoy myself today and not have to be on a diet plan, is great, but something about me right now, I just want to improve. Like, honestly, I'm more excited for my off season more than I'm excited for my next show. So I am gonna do my second show, even though technically there's really no point, but there is a point. One, because I know that was nowhere near the best package I can bring. Nowhere near. I know my potential. Regardless if anybody can say anything else they want, I don't fucking care. I don't need that validation. I have the validation of my coach, and I have the validation of myself, and I know my work ethic, and I know my potential when it comes to this sport. And I think it would be a fucking shame if I don't do the show that is 15 fucking minutes away from where I live, and it's only 3.5 to 4 more weeks. Knowing that I'm so close, that would be such a fucking waste of time, and just a waste of all my efforts these past 17, 18 weeks, and a shame for y'all, honestly, to watch me while y'all on y'all's prep. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm just not gonna do my second show anymore because it didn't go the way I planned. Even yesterday, bro, like I didn't have to fucking show up to finals and fucking stay on my diet and all this shit. Like, I had none of my meal prep yesterday. I slept in my fucking car for 2 hours because there was no point of driving an hour back here, being here for an hour and driving an hour back. So I slept in the fucking car. I was sitting there with 2 fucking full things of blueberry muffins and chocolate muffins and then Swedish fish. I had no other food. I didn't bring my meal prep because we all thought I was coming back. Nah, I'm not doing that shit. I sat there, I looked at it, and that's fucking it. If Jay told me to eat it, I ate it. I didn't have to show up to finals. I could have went and got a fucking burger and ate like shit and came back to finals looked like shit because it doesn't fucking matter. But I still was like, no, like that's who the fuck, how, like, imagine that. Imagine y'all sit here watching me. I'm blessed enough to have some of y'all commenting that you're in your preps, and I'm like, I'm blessed by God to be inspiring some of y'all and keep you to working hard, and then I fucking do shit in a show and then I show back up, fucking stomach hanging out, watery as fuck because I didn't do as well as I wanted to, so I just gave up. What kind of pussy ass shit is that? And then not only that, like, yeah, I think I'm just not gonna do another show. Like, what the fuck? Like, no, like yes, I owe it to y'all, but most importantly, I owe it to my fucking self, bro. Be a fucking man. Take that fucking L. Take that L. Hold your head high, like I always say, chest up, nigga, and keep working. Keep fucking working. If you've been watching my journey, you've been seeing every YouTube video, I've been taking nonstop fucking L's. I took another one. Okay, and I'm still gonna wake up the next day and I'm gonna go harder. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do for these next 4 weeks. I'm gonna go harder. I know I can bring a better package. I fucking worked my ass off this prep. I didn't miss my steps. If it was 7 ounces of ground beef I was supposed to have for meal number 4, and it was 7.4, 7.5 ounces on that fucking scale, I'm taking that 0.4, 0.5 off. Don't care. If I need to get a gallon of water that day, if it's 12 o'clock at night, I'm chugging 3 water bottles. If it's 1 o'clock in the morning, which I have done before, and I have an hour cardio left, I'm fucking knocking out that cardio. It doesn't matter. 10,000 steps I've had before, and it was 9:30 at night. I'm fucking exhausted. And I got the fuck up and I walked for 2.5 hours to get those few miles in. That's just not how shit is gonna be here. I'm not gonna sit here and have y'all follow my journey and to have me preach. My lips are chapped, my back. My estrogen is still crashed. And I'm not gonna have y'all sit here and watch me and look at me as something that make y'all's life easier while you're on prep and I do that shit. That's just a fucking loser mentality, and that's gonna get me nowhere in life. So we're gonna do these next 4 weeks. Do I want to? Honestly, no. I don't. I wanna go into this off season and I wanna show up back at the Texas Pro next year and I wanna be fucking undeniable. But I know I can bring a better package. Me and Jay know. I don't give a fuck what anybody else knows, what they think. I know I can bring a better package. I know I can do it, and I am going to do it. I'm gonna do it my way. It might not be the best package to some people. I might have looked better this show than I will next show to other people. I don't fucking care. Judges' feedback. They asked how old I was. I said 26, so I was probably one of the youngest, if not the youngest on stage. They said you need a lot more time. You need more maturity. It was very obvious. We knew. I played catch up this whole prep. I started prep at like 211, 212. Yesterday, the day before show, when I weighed in and got my height, I was 206 flat after eating 3 massive meals that day. So probably 202, 201. I have like 18, 17, maybe even almost 20 more pounds to go from my weight cap of muscle tissue I can put on. I'm not gonna put on that muscle tissue. That I personally just think that won't make my physique look that good, but that's everybody else's opinion. We'll see what happens next show when I put on a few pounds. 2,
A lot more back. My back is extremely underdeveloped. The commentator said it. That was the first thing they said. Yeah, his back is extremely underdeveloped. Well, they first said that like I'm a lot smaller than all these other guys, which is very true, which we knew. I knew I was going to the show. I literally told y'all I knew I was going to the show a lot smaller than anybody, which I was very, very smaller. I need to be fuller, which also accommodates with size. So that's one thing, more back. I have very wide lats, but I need a lot more development. Unfortunately, it's my fat deposits I hold most. I can have like straight, like no fat on my ass and I'm still gonna have back fat. Conditioning, they said push conditioning. I personally think I could be a little bit leaner, that's me. Jay also agreed, but he was like, I just don't feel like we should get leaner because you're already smaller and we could sacrifice more fullness. And he was like, I rather you be fuller and still be conditioned, but not like, you know, fucking lights out, shredded, glute striations like your men's physique. But the plan for this show, for the next 4 weeks, hard work is already done. As far as getting here, I don't have too much to go. I think it would take me probably another, I already have glute striations, but I definitely still have like maybe 2.5 more pounds to lose to have just absolutely no fat. And I think I want to do that and sacrifice that fullness if it happens. We'll see, depends on my genetics. I've never been that lean before. And I want to come in, I mean, just fucking peeled. So I don't think I'll have to be as miserable as I have been as far as like eating such little food, you know, walking 8 miles a day, doing an hour of cardio on Stairmaster. But, you know, I'm willing to do that if it needs to be done. I am very willing to do that. And also conditioning, me and Jay both agreed, peaking. I was really, really dry the day before show. And I think whatever I ate or something happened, I got a little bit softer before I went on stage. My pump was okay, but it was mostly in my chest. My delts and arms didn't really get that pumped. That's more on me though. Like I think I'm just gonna buy dumbbells. Dumbbells usually just work the best for me more than bands, and I can pump my arms and delts up. Like the day before show, y'all seen me, I was super dry and super full. I looked great, my delts were full, but on that day of show day, I was pretty flat in the arms and the delts. My chest was full as fuck though, and my chest was insanely striated, but I did get a little softer in my core region and a little bit flatter in my arms and delts, which was my fault. And definitely can pump up my back a little bit more. So I don't have the best ab genetics, even when I am peeled. Like I am very, very lean. Like I said, I have glute striations. My abs, I hold all my water in my torso. My chest will be bone dry. My delts will be bone dry. Like I have literally not only striations, but you can literally see the separations of my tricep heads. That's how fucking dry and shredded my arms are. But my abs, if I have water on my abs, or if I'm holding some water or bloat, my abs are a little bit harder to see because I just don't have the best ab genetics. I hold all my water in my torso. So that's something that's huge. I need to make sure that I have my core tight because I also, like I said, hold water in my torso, so it also contributes to my waist. My waist was the judges said I have it all. They say I have great frame, great structure. I just need to put it all together. And I looked good, like my shape looked good on stage, but I know my shape. Like my trunks were 26 inches, bro. And the day before and the day of show in the morning, I had to tie them tight as fuck because they were literally super loose on my waist and they're 26 inches and I'm 6 feet tall, 206 pounds. Like I have a very small waist. So we got to get better on that. We're going to peak me a little bit different. I'm going to come in a little bit drier and try to come in a little bit fuller, and I'm going to come in leaner. That's something that's absolutely going to happen. I'm going to make myself suffer if I need to get that extra elite level conditioning, because I'm very conditioned, but I don't have that elite level conditioning. And I want that elite level conditioning because I want to be at that elite level bodybuilder. So that is something we're going to do. I am, like I said, just lit a fire in me. So after this show, I am going to go into an off season and I'm going to grow and I'm going to take this shit serious. I literally just had 6 ounces of chicken and 6.3 ounces of rice. I could go get a burger, I could eat a muffin, but I just want to get back on plan and I want to get better because I know my future self is going to thank me when I'm sitting here a year from now talking post-show of Texas Pro. And it doesn't matter if I win, it doesn't matter if I get top 5, but you will see a better package. Not only this next show, but absolutely next year. This is the first time I actually had like plans to compete for next year, and I'm really looking forward to it. And this is actually the first time I've actually been looking forward to an off season to put on more mass. Yeah, that's the post show. I need to improve on everything. Size, conditioning, dryness, hardness, posing, everything. And that's what's going to happen. And me and Jay are literally already making plans for my off season as far as I'm about to get a really good trainer, as far as like he's going to make a training program for me. He's like one of the best in the industry, and I'm going to do that. I'm actually going to be actually on a reverse diet, and I'm actually going to stay on a meal plan. And I'm actually going to, get after it, gang. I'm going to get after it, gang. And I just want to say I appreciate all of you for watching this journey to the Texas Pro. It genuinely means a lot to me, and I appreciate so many of you that have been very invested into my journey. It has been an absolute honor, and it is insane how many messages and comments I've been getting recently. It is just such a blessing, and I'm truly thankful. I apologize if I didn't do what y'all wanted me to do. I can only control what I can control, and I appreciate it regardless. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, if some of y'all want to continue to watch my journey for the next 4 weeks as I'm going into the Battle of Bodies in Fort Lauderdale, which is only going to be 15 minutes away from me, which is around 4 weeks out right now, that'd be amazing. I don't think I'm going to post on YouTube daily anymore, but I actually am. So I'm recording today prior of show, but I'm also recording another video today on top of that as well. So it just feels weird for me not to record a YouTube video. I don't know at this point. So I guarantee you I'm not going to be posting a YouTube video every single day. The plan is to do that again, maybe 2 weeks out, but this shit is a little stressful to get it, to record all day, come back, and then edit it and try to get it posted and go to sleep at a good time. It has definitely had some nights where I got barely any sleep at all. So we definitely want to figure out how we can do that better. I could definitely structure maybe my day better, wake up at 4 a.m. and get started, but I'm not doing that shit. So yeah, I'm probably gonna go back to posting 2 YouTube videos a week, maybe 3 at max, because honestly, I'm just so focused on this prep, bro. I'm just so focused on this prep, and I'm so focused on just keeping up with the schedule and content schedule as well on what I've been doing recently. And it's just been so enjoyable. I don't care if I get fucking 10,000 views, 20,000 views, 30,000 views. Bro, the 1,000 to 2,000 of y'all that tune into my YouTube videos every single day is fucking nuts, and I'm so thankful for it. So yeah, man, that is post show. That is what happened. I hope y'all enjoyed that. It is not the most miraculous show day video. I just picked up the camera and just yapped and just went with the flow. But like the video if you enjoyed. Comment down below on what were your thoughts. Give me your opinions. Let me know what y'all think I look like. Let me know what y'all think I can improve on. And yeah, man, I'll make a video replying to some of y'all's comments. Next YouTube video when I get back home. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Sub down below to the channel. Thank you all for the new subs. We gained 500 in the past week and a half. So I appreciate that. And yeah, sub down below if you want to follow me to the next journey, not only for the Texas Pro next year, but then also to our show in 4 weeks. But I'll catch y'all YouTube. Let's go be great.